And welcome to Quarantings.
It's been a while since you hit record and I actually wasn't ready. Like, usually, like, I'm ready. But, like, yeah, you back to your sneakies. I was listening to some old episode the other day where I was ranting about something, and then, like, you clearly started it. And then I was like, oh, you started the episode. All right, didn't you? And you're just like, mm-hmm. And I'm like, thanks.
I might bring back the cold open where we just have, like, a great little...
Just some shit where I'm...
shit in the front.
Where I'm ranting about something that's supposed to be off wax, and magically, hey, everybody knows now. Welcome back, Quarantings. Yay!
Best podcast you heard today. We got a little mixed bag, mishmash. No. Pop
Another Pop the Trunk Productions.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
man.
just been a lot happening. I feel like this is like almost like an extended quick hits, but just only the dating topics. Because like there's just been some shit in the fucking social media world, fucking science world. All of it just needs to be addressed,
So, yes, I agree. And so this one, it's going to come across as like a rant, but because it really doesn't apply to me, this is not a rant. I'm more presenting it as a question. But
I'll be the judge.
So I always think it's funny when I see women talk about, their DMs and the ridiculous things that they receive in their DMs. Mm-hmm. And something that it's like a certain fashion, it just comes in waves, it comes back and it goes away and then it comes back, that I've noticed is if you send me a DM and I see in your profile picture on your page that you're clearly not single, best believe that your girl is going to get your message sent to them or whoever. I guess it doesn't need to be the girl, it can be a guy, vice versa, right? Mm-hmm. Which, cute. But like,
you know how I feel about the word cute.
Yeah, and I don't usually.
And I've always said that.
You have always said that. I pretty much only use it in a derogatory way personally, anyway. So it's fine.
Cute.
But like, it's one thing to do it, right? Like to get the DM from whoever and send it to old girl if you can FBI figure that out, because I know especially y'all women, y'all real quick
FBI
about that.
Agents, 100%.
Yeah, easy. So finding that's not a problem, sending it. But it's another thing when you be like doing it and then also posting it on your social media that you did it. Because I'm like, hey, just giving guys your warning that you're gonna do that, great, cool.
Right.
But then like also glorifying that you did it. I'm like, is that necessary?
So, okay, so just to be clear, let's clarify your opinion first before I render mine. So you're saying it's fine to DM the significant other and say, hey, they're out here in the alleyway.
I don't really care. Like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. If you feel so emotional about it, like I don't think it's necessary, but I don't like hate it the way like some people like hate it.
I think that's like a classic Lume response. Lume already was giving me a whole rant before we were recording about the fact that he was letting his coworkers fight the "we don't want to come back to the office" fight and not him. Hey, I was like, it could not be me. I can't keep silent.
I'm a quiet general. Okay, I work in the shadows. I don't need to be up from the front lines.
You're consistent. I'll give you that.
Hey, what can I say?
So okay. Yeah, I mean, okay, I feel obliged to render my opinion, keeping in mind the fact that I myself, over, recent times, have posted on my story conversations between me and random Tinder dudes that were not exactly positive.
But see, there's a difference between that and like highlighting that you have received this DM and now are totally calling this dude out to his girl.
Yeah.
I think there's a level. Like, you just making fun of them dudes. It's whatever. Any guy that slides in the DM in 2022 knows that they are going to get made fun of if they fuck up. Like, that's not news.
Okay.
But now blasting...
We're on the same page about that.
But now blasting the fact that you're going and telling whoever I'm talking to, that's where I'm like, okay... Is that now it seems like you're just looking for a pat on the back.
See, I feel like, no, see, I do think, okay, so to me, there's a big difference between posting who it is and posting this like as like a, I wish more women would do this. I mean, like, I appreciate the notion of, like, I'm trying to encourage other women to tell other women when their man is, like, running around on them. Like, that sentiment, okay, fine, if that's how you feel, like, and you feel you need to post that to get that point across, then fine. But at that point, then there's no reason to expose the actual name of the people involved. Because at that point, if you're actually just trying to protect other women, then you don't need to expose her and her man and their identities. If the actual point is just to be like, hey, you know, let bitches know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a difference there. If you're just trying to expose dudes, especially dudes with blue check marks, and you just want to post their fucking names.
Looking at you, Jake Crowder.
Like, go off. Then I would say just, like, post the convo with him and not the convo with her. So I think it's two different things. But yeah, exposing them and exposing the convo with the girl, that's, like, a lot. Unless it's, like, some media frenzy type, need the receipts, blah, blah, blah situation.
And now I say all this, oddly, in an angle that I feel like you would take. There are crazy girls that will pop up in other women's DMs thinking that they're doing something with their man that they're not, because homeboy is either liking a photo or commenting or blah, blah, blah. Or feeling some
like
type
the
of way.
reverse? Like the significant other is texting the
hitting
side
up,
piece?
Is hitting up whoever and
Supposed
going crazy.
Alleged side piece?
And that part could probably be just as annoying as some of the wild DMs that you get, because it's like, hey, boo-boo, like, I don't want you. I don't want your guy. Like,
yeah, see, that's different to me too, because so my thing is, like, I do think that all women should have each other's backs. And so if you know
go off, Wonder Woman,
that some bitch's man is running around on her, especially trying to holler at you, you should let her know that. That's my opinion. I would let her know that. If it was, shall we say, egregious. If it's like super just innocent.
On the low.
Not on the low, but just innocent flirting. You liked my picture, my thirst trap. Like, I don't consider that an issue. We've talked about that on other
Is it
episodes.
Innocent flirting? I hate to already get to this because it's also on the list, but I feel like it's just the perfect segue to do it. The micro cheating.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I still want to come back to that other thing, but we should segue to this quick because this makes sense.
I feel like it flows right here.
Yeah. So what was this from an article that you saw, this micro cheating shit, or online, or what?
I know I'd be telling you, I'd be reading all these articles, but no. This it was somebody posted an IG story that was just TikTok, but on their story. Mm-hmm. And it was some girl going off about, like, oh, you know, in 2022, we got people doing all these things, these couples with this micro cheating, and, you know, just you're hiding stuff on social media and liking other posts. But, like, if you've got a personal story that the significant other can't see, like, that's micro cheating. And I was like, it was like a whole thing that I was like, oh, wow, I wonder if Kristen knows about this. Like, and then
never heard of it until you put it on the list.
And then you looked it up?
No, I just already could infer.
Yeah. You had an idea. And so this girl was like, the lady that was talking was like, you know, very against it. Like, you know, like, this is still cheating. Like, if you're, you know, posting emojis and stuff and liking all of these salacious ladies online, or the fellas showing their, you know, blah, like,
right.
It's cheating if you have a significant other, blah, 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 blah. And she was like going off, and I'm not going to say she was old, but I promise you she wasn't your age.
Okay.
And if I was real confident, I'm going to tell you she wasn't my age either.
Okay.
So
was she more my complexion, probably?
Oh, yeah. She look a lot more like you than she did like me. Yeah, she has a little Karen in her soul, in her heart. A little Karen in there. But I don't know. I just thought it was interesting, only in the sense that I know that social media is something that couples can get in arguments and stuff about. Like,
everyone has to figure it out. Yeah.
That's not weird. You know my position on social media. I'm only here for the fucking jokes. So if you're taking it seriously, that's just weird to me. But it's whatever.
But
I
what's
don't know.
I mean, what do you think? Micro cheating, is it a thing? Is this like, are we for this phrase?
I mean,
is it a thing?
Oh, I'm not here for this phrase.
The
please.
phrase is so bad,
Please.
right?
It's
oh
horrible.
My God, like
I'm like,
no.
wait, are we getting to a level where we need to designate like how we
on
cheat?
The phrase bay. Like,
Let's get
no.
to. So like, what's macro cheating then? Is that where
penetration?
Yeah, exactly. So is there other levels? Is it only micro and macro?
Tongue.
And then I'm like, if it's micro, macro, then is cheating in the middle? And then
real tears. That's macro cheating, like real emotional.
Because now I'm wondering, I'm like, dang, maybe I am a cheater on this scale. I used to think of myself as a good man, but maybe on this scale, I, in fact, am also a cheater.
And this goes to like, I mean, I think a point to be made here is like the over classification of things as like good or not good. To Eric's point, like cancel culture has gotten like so crazy, and it's just like, this is okay and this is not okay. Like obviously our lives are not that black and white, and it's just way more like, you don't need to have the term micro cheating to say like, hey, you having a private story that you can post shit to people and I'm not on that story is sus. Like, you're fucked up for that.
Correct. Like, I mean, like, I'll tell a quick story. So I went to a bachelor party years ago, and one of the groomsmen, his girl, who I had like met like one time, she was like not really excited about the idea we was going on this bachelor party. And we weren't even we were going to fucking like Wisconsin Dells, okay? Like we weren't going like we wasn't going crazy out here.
Dells.
We wasn't going crazy out here, all right? Like, I don't think old girl needs to be worried.
Good drugs there.
So after the first
For
night,
reasons that was a joke.
I know, right?
Continue.
After the first night, in which we had hollered at some ladies at the bar and whatever, had a good little time, I got this random Snapchat ad. Something as one of the girls from the night before. So I just add her or whatever and like let them watch my story.
Oh yeah, you fucked up. That's
I come to find, and I didn't put nothing was bad in the story anyways for the rest of the time. But like, I come to find out that was dude's girl who had asked one of the other groomsmen's girlfriends for my snap and added me because she wanted to see what the boys were doing. And I'm like, man, that's funny, because if I actually was given the whole story, she would have been mad. But that's just wild to me that like that is like one of those things where I'm like, okay, I get it. You want to keep tabs.
That could be innocent, but it sounds like in this case it's not. But there is a scenario in which like,
correct.
Boy, groom, he's not using the social media. She wants to see what's up, like for the fun.
Things like that where you're in a trip like with the guys or whatever, and you're just in the trip.
Yeah.
I can understand you not posting a lot or doing whatever just because you're in the trip.
Totally.
That's a lot different than me posting on the story, but I got my close friends, and I checked that list, and guess who's not on it? You, homegirl, bye. Like, nah. That's when, okay, I don't know.
And that's the thing, like, I mean, it just comes down to, like, if you are needing to, like, coin these ridiculous phrases in order to, like, make a point to I don't know, men, women, your significant other specifically, like, whatever it is, it's like, it's funny. Like, I'm kind of here for it in that sense.
Oh, I'm here for the jokes.
Like, I might start using micro cheating just like as like whatever, like literally anything.
Put
like
it in your Tinder bio.
Yeah, like whatever, just because it's funny. But like in reality,
hashtag no micro cheaters.
You just, if something is bothering you, you need to bring it up to your man or woman and just be like, hey, this bothers me. Like, let's work this out. Like. To be like a little bit real, but
hey, like a great philosopher once said, only Sith deal in absolutes,
And also, here's the other thing. Here's the other point I want to make about this. Like, I do not like the notion that people who are in relationships should not be fostering a sense of like, I don't know, willingness or desire to engage with other people in their community, whatever that community may be, if it's online, in real life, or whatever. So I'm not talking about like go out if you're a man or a woman who's in a relationship, you go out and you flirt with hella people. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like this notion that like
you have to eliminate a portion, like a section of the society.
Yeah, you have to eliminate 50% of the population immediately when you get in a relationship. Like, that is nonsense to me. Like, that to me does not signal a mature relationship. because people want to engage with others, and it's not about flirting or being sexual necessarily, but at the same time, if I post a thirst trap and some guy likes it, who I know, and he's in a relationship, I don't automatically assume he's flirting with me. Like, it's clear that I posted that thirst trap because I think I look hot. If he likes the photo, now if he DMs me some thirsty shit, I'd be like, da, da, da. I just don't feel like it's that serious. Like, we're literally here to post photos and have people like them on Instagram. I don't think likes per se, and even comments if they're tame, are like the issue at hand. The issue at hand is like, are these people doing sneaky shit in the DM
are they
and in the
sliding in the
alleyway and
DMs?
whatever?
Is the only comment that they know the tongue emoji your favorite?
Exactly.
Like, you know.
Exactly.
Like, then we got issues.
I mean, like, I even have like my own guy friends that are in relationships. I'm friends with both the man and the woman. Like, and I post pictures from Mexico, and like they'll comment and be like,
"Damn,
yeah,
daddy,
looking good. Yeah, like take me back. You know, whatever. It's like
hot mama,
not everything
wow, wow.
is that deep. Not everything is like questionable. You know, like I don't know. I don't like that notion.
Side thing. Was it you who sent me that video of the guy who was like, I wish it would be cool for guys to have their friends comment on their shit the way girls do?
Yeah, I did.
he was like, if I just commented on your photo and said, "Damn, daddy, looking fine," you would be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah, that was Hassan Binhaj. He's a really famous comedian. Love him. Love Hassan.
I was like, yeah, hype me up and laugh a lot. That was literally like what the video was.
I wish my dudes would comment on my shit and just be like, damn.
You go ahead.
Pants like fire on you.
Literally, all we could say is dope.
Yeah, like literally normalize like hyping your friends up, please.
I agree.
Here's one takeaway here.
100%.
But wait,
agree.
I need to circle all the way back around to the significant other DMing the suspected side pieces.
Okay.
Because this is where I have the issue, actually. Like, I have no issue with the side piece DMing the main, regardless of the gender roles in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I have the issue with the main DMing the side piece because here's my thing, and I've always said this.
Tell the people,
if you
please.
have a problem with the person that you're in a relationship with, take it up with them. Amen. It is not the side piece's fault that your person
is hollering at them.
Is hollering or fucking or whatever it may be.
Whatever.
Even if the side piece is up to no good and home wrecking and they're instigating the shit, like, people are willing to cheat or they're not. Period. So don't go to them and be like, stay away, blah, blah, blah. Like, take that shit up with the person that you actually are in a relationship with instead of having unnecessary fights with, like, random strangers on the internet. Bye. Exactly. Moments only. Stop that shit, please.
Go ahead, preach.
So,
I don't.
Not into that.
I have no arguments.
Yeah.
I agree. I concur. Defense rests.
Gavel.
I don't have that sound.
I know. We had a
Damn it, I
gavel.
wish I had that sound. Gotta upgrade the soundboard, guys. Season 3.
That was the other thing I had to say about the DMing thing.
So you want to talk about this other social media thing before we go to
which one?
the one on.
Oh, the ick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to talk about this. This is one more social media thing. So, what
Also,
prompts
this may sound ranty as well, but again,
I
not
know.
taking it personal.
Yeah.
But
you sent me something the other day that was just like about it.
Yeah. So this goes back to my age-old complaint about. And obviously, as a man, I'm coming from this as a man. Women that like to post on, specifically most of the time I'm seeing this on IG, in their story and saying things that I don't actually think they believe, but they just like to perpetuate
they're just in their feelings and
whatever.
they're trying to, whatever.
So I saw something the other day that was essentially like, the biggest green flag if he doesn't do anything on social media or he has no social media. Wife
Totally
him up.
offline, yeah.
Wife him up right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, how old is this guy? 70? Because, yeah, you wifing him up, but not because he ain't got no social media. I'll tell you that right now.
Cha-ching! We need that.
Like, my goodness. That is money, baby. Money, baby. Money, baby. Like, come on now. Like, it's 2022. Other than my parents, I really don't know anybody that doesn't have social media. Like,
well, actually, I actually disagree with that point. I think I find
any social media, not a lick.
I know, but I always come back to like the users versus the havers. Like, I think these women are mostly referring to the users. They want somebody who's a haver and not a user. I know most of the men I know. In fact, I'm having a hard time finding any men to date that do use social media a lot. I think they all just have it and they don't fucking use it for shit.
Well, not in the way that's good to you.
Well, not in the way that's good to anyone. They don't be posting.
They ain't got nothing to post. They boring.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, again, okay, so anyway, this is all sort of the point, but just to like, we're getting ahead of ourselves. There is definitely, for sure, you're not on the TikTok as much as I am, a big movement right now on TikTok. Now, granted, that could possibly mean that we're talking about a younger demographic than us, or not. Hard to say, but for the sake of relevance, like, who cares?
Yeah.
That the women are saying, like, I want a man who doesn't use social media. And I think, like, from an academic sense, a lot of this is stemming from the fact that, like, on TikTok, women are really finding, including me, are finding, like, a quote-unquote safe space where they can, like, basically talk about how trash men are and feel better about their shitty dating lives. And, like, it's fine. And so, like, there's this sense of, like, don't let the men in here type thing.
That's so cute.
Yeah, which is, like, it's fine, but, like, that can exist as a separate point from this. Like, this, I just do not get it. I do not get it. Because in this whole, what do they say? It gives me the ick. Men who use social media gives me the ick. This gives me the ick thing is funny in some contexts. It's getting a little bit out of control, but honestly, it's still funny. I saw one the other day that was like, she was like, I recently got on Hinge for the first time in over 2 years. And I immediately had to get off because I could not listen to a voice prompt. And she was like, so I guess men having a voice gives me the ick. Which is really funny. Because those are so cringe.
I mean, all the voice prompts, but that's a whole other story.
That's a whole nother thing. I just don't get this. I just feel like, why do you, so presumably, to your point, it's annoying that, like, you're saying this on social media. Like, you're a social media user. Like, that's where you have a problem with it, right?
Well, I mean, that's of my many problems with it. That's a very key one. Is like, you're posting this on social media, expressing that you want your mans not to have social media. Right. While you have social media and are clearly using it. Yeah. So you want a one-way street. Right. Which is literally usually going to lead to a bad relationship.
Exactly. And also, like, it's not, sorry, but the joke itself is not as funny as just other jokes to be made about how you liked how women, like, are attracted to toxic men. Like, if that is ultimately the joke, I'm attracted to something that's not good for me.
Cool.
I.e., I use social media, he doesn't, or whatever. Like, there's other ways to make this joke that make more sense, because this makes no sense. Like, social media is, I know it's many things, people have all their opinions on it, whatever, but ultimately it's fun. Like, it's like you're interacting with your friends on a very basic level, regardless if you use it for all this other fucking shit and clout and numbers and money that other people do. Like, being an active user on it and you don't want your man to be on it, like, that just literally makes no sense to me. Like, why are you excluding him from a key part of your life that you spend a legitimate amount of your time doing? It makes no sense. Now, granted, a lot of men do this exact same thing when they say they don't want a woman who's like a fucking gamer or a sports fanatic or whatever. So, like, I also think those arguments are stupid. So
who are those guys? Bring those guys so I can slap them.
Well, yeah,
bring those guys around so I can slap them real quick. They don't know what they talking about.
They're threatened or something. Who knows?
Bring them guys around so I can slap the shit out of them.
Yeah, I don't think this makes any sense. And then furthermore, like, if your argument is that men who use social media are more likely to be this toxic man who does shady things like DM girls behind your back and post really thirsty shit, like, that doesn't really track either, because the solution to that is not to not have men on social media. Like, I don't know. The whole thing just, like, doesn't make sense to me. Like, I just don't think it works at all, and I'm not into it. Not approved by me.
like I said, I don't like to come across as if I'm like the bitter old wise man ranting, but y'all got to stop that shit. Like,
Yeah.
y'all, if you're worried about a dude and how they be acting on social media, you're just worried about your past. Now you're acting all ghost huntery because you had poor experiences, and you're just assuming that this dude pops up. Oh, he got more followers than me. That's a red flag. Ooh,
Right.
he's like got his pictures looking like homeboys from F Boy Island. Ooh, flag. I'm like, hey, either you're gonna try or you're not gonna try.
Yeah.
But like basing it off of just the fact that he has social media and maybe it's active, like very active in it.
Yeah.
You're playing yourself. You played yourself.
I just don't think it's a smart joke. I think there are other smarter jokes that women are making and do make, and it's lazy.
Like yourself, you make smart jokes.
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna make this about me and my amazing
Wow. Here we go.
comedic talent, but
Wow. Okay, then never mind.
You
Nope.
went there.
Never mind then. No, we can move on. We can move on. All right, cool. We can move on. No, but you can prove your comedic talent on this last topic because I know that you've got things to say about this that are probably actually funny.
Which one?
And that is this newest invention, I guess.
The new invention. Science.
I guess invention's not, but
Good old science.
newest discovery. So, we've lived in this world. How am I going to pronounce it? We've lived in this world where...
I thought you were going to say we've lived in this world 2,014 years. And
all of my life, I've known that, while sex is a great thing, the responsibility of birth control has not really been 50-50.
oh no.
For us guys, it was two things.
Abstinence.
It was don't do it, please don't do it, or wrap it up, B, wrap it up. And yes, there's that slight third pull-out method, but we all know that don't work. So shut up.
That's just wishful thinking.
That's just you lying.
We've all been there on one point in our lives.
You're lying to yourself, bro.
We've all gotten the lady luck on our side when we were wishful thinking at some point.
The pull-out method is really just I'm going to pick up the plan B in the morning method. That's what that is. But anyways, it's just always existed in that way until now.
Apparently.
Because supposedly there is a male birth control is a pill?
Ding, ding, ding. I think it's a pill.
Yeah.
That's what I read.
And I think the obvious is, are guys going to jump on it?
Honestly, it could not be anything besides a pill because men would not be doing the fucking shit that I...
So, okay. That's actually was going to be my other thing. It's like, I think of all the different birth control.
I mean, I already told the whole story of getting my arm fucking sliced open for the shit that I have, which I'm very happy with, by the way.
Yeah, I think of all the different ways that we have that exist for women for birth control. And I'm like, it took us till 2022 because guys are such bitches, no offense, that the only way we were going to do it is if we could take it like we take an Advil.
Well, and that's the thing. Not only is it just that the men are little bitches, which they are, but it's also the fact of the patriarchy prevents men from thinking that the side effects that birth control cause are
not worth it for us.
Tolerable at all. And yet for women, it's it's
gonna
fine.
Be able to do it.
That's what's so funny about this whole thing. And when I saw this, I think a lot of people, my friends were all messaging me, they were expecting me to really chime in on this and be like, yes,
let's go, males, line up, let's
line
go.
Up,
I'll drive you to Planned Parenthood today.
Responsibility, yeah, 100%. And honestly, I actually do not have that reaction at all. Of course, I feel that from an ideological standpoint, yes, men should be having more responsibility in the pregnancy prevention process.
Correct.
But I'm sorry, but if you think I'm going to trust a man to prevent a pregnancy of which I am the recipient, I would no sooner trust a man with that bullshit than the man on the moon.
Wait.
Fucking world.
So you're telling me?
No.
So you're telling me that if you was gonna hook up with some dude and he goes, hold up, I gotta grab my birth control pill.
First of all,
you'll be like, nope, not gonna be able to do it. Not gonna be able to do it.
100% no, but that's not even the funniest thing. So first of all, in that scenario that you just described, like I'm gonna speak to camera. I have some clarification points here for the men, because even this fake scenario you just described as the man reaching for the birth control pill, it is not that simple. You wish it was that simple. I was on birth control pills for 10 plus years. I'm here to tell you that motherfucker seems convenient, and it is the furthest thing from it. And here are the reasons why. And granted,
go off.
I don't know what the side effects, probably none for the men. Like, they probably made it so much better than it was.
It's probably Viagra.
Yeah, it's probably way better, and it'll fucking clear your skin and make you hot and fucking give you a six pack. Like, that's probably
It's literally probably Viagra plus a diet pill.
Here's what the women are dealing with on the pill. You tell me if men are going to be responsible enough for this to be a viable thing. First of all, you will gain weight on the pill for women. So who knows?
Dad bods are in right now.
It will reduce your sex drive a lot.
That's trash.
Thank you, trash.
Viagra counters were cool. Pop them like Skittles.
Pop
them
more.
like Skittles were cool. Keep going.
You will have bizarre mood swings all the time.
I mean, we're out here striving for equality. Y'all can do it. We can do it. Y'all can do it. We can do it. That's cool. Keep going. Keep going.
I could go on for days, but this is a biggie. I don't think that men understand the sheer panic that occurs, because you have to the thing about birth control pills is that they only work if you take them at the same time every day forever. It's not like you can just pop it like
Pop
just
them up,
whatever.
pop one, pop two,
like,
pop them like
an
Skittles.
ibuprofen, like, oh yeah, now's a good time. Da 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 da. Like, you're supposed to keep it within this tight little window. What's the question? Well, I mean, and then that's the other thing. Like, I've seen all different kinds of doctors. Every year, the doctor would tell you something different about what that window is. Mm-hmm. I had one doctor tell me it was 4 hours. I had one doctor tell me it was 2 hours. I had one doctor tell me that she wouldn't give a window. She just said,
do it
as
at the same
soon as
time.
possible.
Yeah,
Do it at the same time.
Better put that on. You better tell Siri.
I had one doctor say that, like, as long as you had been on it for a while, that if you forget a whole day or find the next day. I mean, like, and you go, I mean, I'm 17 years old in my fucking first period class, like, panicking over the pill that I, like, fucking missed the day before.
I forgot to take
like,
it.
Googling, like, what's the window? You get 10 sites, they all say 10 different things. Like, it is seriously annoying and seriously fucking, like, just, what's that word for, like, when something is, like, impeding your life? Like, it's just, like, a lot. Inconvenient as fuck.
Yeah,
So,
hampers, something.
It's not like you're just, like, fucking after the bar at 2 a.m. and, like you said, the guy leans over and is like, oh, let me pop this pill. Like, no, even that.
Maybe that's his time. Maybe his bar closes his
2
time.
a.m.
Yeah.
Well, and see, that's the other thing that I always faced while I was on the pill.
That's his time.
Is because they were like, yeah, you should choose in the morning or the night because that makes you remember it. And I was like, okay, so you're telling me as a high school senior, I'm 18 years old, I get up at 6 a.m. on the weekdays and I sleep till 2 p.m. on the weekends. And you're telling me that sometime in there, I need to take this fucking pill at the same fucking time every day? Like, this is insane. So, so all of this to say that the situation you described where he's reaching over for the pill, that would convince me more than what the reality would actually be. Because the reality would actually be, he says to me, I'm on the pill, it's fine. And I don't physically see those pills anywhere in sight.
So you'd feel better about seeing the pills is the point
I would.
that you're
I
making.
still would not trust him for shit.
Obviously, yeah.
But I would feel better if I physically saw the pills. Because, I mean, men are already out here. Oh, I can't wear a condom because...
Oh, yeah, no, they're lying. Like,
they're fucking lying.
I'm allergic to anything except for Trojans.
They are...
It's not in the gold wrapper. I can't
lying to you. If there's one thing I've always said, it's that men are liars. Okay?
That is one thing you've actually always said.
So, like, just add this... just tack this on the list. Like, this is not... at all something that we can take seriously. Like, if anything, I would not be surprised if fucking unplanned pregnancies went up after this invention became fucking
so
available.
my only counter to that is, like I said, it took us till 2022 for them to actually have a pill that they would release publicly to say, like, hey, this is okay. I'm guessing the window shit don't hit.
The window, the taking it in the window thing. Did you know that? Is this common knowledge among men?
About the window thing?
Yeah.
I think I heard something about it. I mean, like,
it's peripherally there because, like, you'll be hanging out with friends and the girl's, like, phone alarm goes off at a random fucking time.
Gotta take my birth control.
6:51 p.m. Yeah, like.
I'll be like, oh, man.
And then when we were in high school, when we were younger, you know, the religious trauma vibes, you know, me, and it's like you had to name the alarm something else besides that. And then, like, fake, like, you had to go to the bathroom and, like, blah, 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 the whole song and dance. Like, it was terrible. I don't even know why I put up with the shit. I think I was too scared to get IUD, which I was. And then what happened? I got off the pill at the beginning of COVID because I was like, I ain't fucking...
Not doing it. Yeah,
I was like, this is a waste of time.
I'm not getting it in. What's the point?
And these side effects are just, like, literally not worth this.
No, not at all. Especially when you're stuck in the house.
Yeah. So I went without for a while. And then I was like, okay, let me get this dick. And then I went and got the fucking rod in my arm. I did not want an IUD. Shout out to the bitches that have IUDs, but that shit is not for me. I'm literally not trying to go into the fucking doctor 24/7 and have them get all up in my fucking shit. Like, they literally have to stick their whole fucking arm up your cooch and get it up there.
Sounds,
It's not like how porn is. It's not enjoyable at all.
Not for y'all.
One time I had a... I'll say that the men are going to like this. I don't care. One time I had a fucking... First of all, you have to get these pap smears. Make sure you're fucking... You don't have cervical cancer, right? One time I had this pap smear. It was, like, really early on. It was, like, one of the first ones I'd ever gotten. And they do this... There's this tool, which, sidebar, the tool that they use to, like, do this shit is one of the items that was in those videos where the women are showing pictures of items to their boyfriends and the boyfriends don't know what the item is.
I'm already marking this spot as TMI going to be cut.
But anyway, so they use this like clamp tool thing that's metal to like basically like get up in there and then they like open it up so that they can get in there. And she did the thing. It was fine. It's uncomfortable, but like you'll survive. But when she like undid the tool to like, they don't just like rip, they don't just like pull it out while it's like open. They like close it up so that it's like smaller and then pull it out. And when she closed it, she freaking like mouse trapped me. The inside of my vagina. This is so ridiculous. So I'm very young. I'm like laying, I mean, I'm like an adult, but like I'm very young and I'm laying on the thing and you put your feet up in these things like you're giving birth. And she literally is all in my shit and then clamps it down and it literally like got a little piece of the inside of my vagina and like just like, and then I jerked because it hurt. And so I was traumatized. And then after that moment, I said, I'm not getting an IUD, period. I'm
traumatized just hearing what you
the
just
story,
said.
I know.
And then you said period,
and this is so
period.
Like,
Which is like also
bullshit.
traumatizing. So give me a moment, please. Just give me one moment. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that was a lot. Wasn't planning on telling that story, but I felt like it was.
You felt compelled. The power compelled you.
This is all the stuff that you go through when you're trying to figure out birth control methods, and that's why the men are just not equipped and don't have the training for this.
But what you
they
also
ain't built for this.
But you also said that you're not gonna believe them if we are built for it.
Yeah. Well, they should still get on it. No, I'm not denying that fact. Definitely get on it. But I won't believe you that you are.
Where are all the guys getting the birth control pill? Where they at?
All the men get on the male birth control pill.
Still looking.
Don't let me deter you.
I'd sign up for it, but I'm retired, so it's unnecessary. I'm on a more permanent birth control. I mean, don't make no difference. I mean, I would take it honestly. Like, I'm already fucking moody. I'm small, so it doesn't matter about the weight gains. Like, cool, do your thing, and like the pill timing thing. Like, I just tell Siri to remind me. It's cool. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
now that we're older, it's not such an issue because at least you're not having to hide it and jump through all these hoops. But I'm telling you, I mean, like, depending on what time you pick, it's an issue. Like, if you pick night, then like, what do you do when you are out at the fucking bar and you left the pack at home?
Shouldn't have left it at home.
So you just bring it with you at all times.
Yeah.
So men are gonna start carrying purses or what?
We already do the fanny packs and shit, and the man purses. What you talking about? Your boy Drake's got like 16 of them.
I'm just saying that.
So yes, the answer is yes.
There's many a time where you are.
The answer is yes. Thank you very
and
much.
then like you're having sex with this guy on the regular, and then he's like, "Oh, I thought you were on the pill," and you're like, "Well, I missed this day, but it's probably fine, but maybe not." Like literally just constant panic. I was panicked for 10 years. Is the moral of the story. I was panicked for 10 years because I thought I was gonna fail and get pregnant.
And now your mind is at ease. You be fucking on a ring. So, hey. I was going to say my shot of the week was going to be to all the men that are going to take birth control.
No,
but I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. It's to all the women that have had to take birth control up until this point. I guess had is not the appropriate word, but that have been.
Yeah, have been.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all the real MVPs, and I promise you our penises appreciate it. Yep. So, thank you.
And also, shout out to all the women that want to be on birth control and can't get it. Fuck America and healthcare. Like, literally, why is birth control not more readily available to anybody that wants it? That's the real fucking message here. Give it to everybody, the men and the women. Not just the rich men and not just the rich women who have fucking corporate jobs with healthcare plans. Boom. Rant over. Free healthcare. Free reproductive healthcare for all.
I got nothing. Do that.
That's all we got for this Quarantings episode. Pop the trunk. Hope you enjoyed my ranting.
Hey, like I said, we're not trying to rant. We're just speaking with passion, okay? Yes. With passion.
100%. As always, find us on social media and chime in if you agree or disagree or want to hear more.
Just go yell at Kristen in the DMs or slide in DMs because you're trying to holler. Do your thing.
Or just get on the YouTube and post more insane comments.
We love it. We gonna hit these quick hits. We'll see you right back.
Peace.